Good Wednesday morning, everybody. We are back out on another job. We're back out at it. It's a little cooler today. Monday about killed me. But yesterday was a little better. Today's not too bad. Kind of working in a little bit of a shady spot for a little bit of this job. So we are in the city of Florence, South Carolina, about an hour outside where I live, not too far. And got a little mulching job on a residential property. So we're gonna take a look at what we got, and we'll get started. Probably take us a couple hours to knock this out. It's kind of a small job, but definitely looks like it needs to be done. It is overgrown bad. So let's take a look at what we got, and we'll get to grinding. Okay, so here's what we got. Property corner, it's just a little square here that we've got. So we got this brush line right here. The corner, there's a flag back in there somewhere. I'll find it. It's like somewhere right in there or somewhere. So we got this little bit of brush here. So this is like, if you were looking at it from the road, this would be the right side of the square here. Got a little bit of trash, gotta work around that. And then we got this little section out here in this field right here. And then we got that brush line. There's a fence right there. So we're just gonna clean up that brush line about where this squares off like that. So there's a flag right back in there. So that's what we got. And then the people on the other side, that's his aunt. So he's like, if you go over, it's not a big deal. It's all family property. So we're just gonna clean up this little brush line here. I'll mow the grass out here and knock that down. And then we'll just take the skid steer in like this and we'll clean up to that brush or that fence line. And the only thing I told him I would not be able to really maybe get completely was this stuff right here at the very front. Now, if this was an old county road and I was out in the middle of nowhere, I wouldn't worry about it, but this is a highway right in downtown. So I'm gonna try to come in here with the skid steer and try to get this front, but the only way really to get this is to come out here and go like this, and I'd be halfway out on the road, and I don't really need an accident today. So I told him I'll try to get as much of this as we can, but I couldn't promise I could get all of it. So got the 120 with the pre-knoth head, and let's get to grinding. look. Lovely. All right, we got this front cleaned up, looking pretty good. That was the side I was most worried about. I was able to get that stuff. It looks like it was kind of growing closer to that tree and then just growing out, and I just plowed through and pushed it back into the lot. Worked out pretty good. So we'll continue with this little section here. We'll bush hog the field and start working that fence line, and this will be done. So let's get into this little section right here and open it up. Well, that's the fact, Jack, on that. We are done. The owner wanted me to take a little bit more past that tree where the line was. He said that was his aunt's property, not to worry about it. So I took it a little further there, just at the very end. I wasn't sure if he was coming back or not, but he came back. He had a doctor's appointment. So just took that back a little further, cleaned up the field, cleaned up the fence line. Oh, excuse me. Did hit a little bit of concrete and a couple tires in here, but I was kind of expecting that. I figured there'd be some trash and some debris. I hit that tire pretty good right there, mauled it pretty good. It just comes along with the territory mulching. Luckily it didn't get stuck up in there. It just kind of went up in. I just rolled it back out. No big deal. But we got all that cleaned up. So it didn't take but about 2-3 hours to do all that, clean it up. We got more done in the front. Looks great. I got more done up there than what I thought. Just got a little bit of, she just needs to get the landscaper in here to clean up the trash, and they'll get up all this mulch at the same time, I guess. And yeah, that looks good. Probably need to get a tree company to come in here and prune some of these trees too. Like get some of the vines out of that one and that one over there, prune them up a little bit. Probably take that one right there that's close to the street. It's just, it looks like it broke off at some point. I just take it down. But these are some nice hardwoods in here. I think they're chestnut oaks, I think. So all right, I'm gonna get this bad boy right here cleaned up. She's a little bit of a mess from all that grass. So I'm gonna blow her off, clean her up. We're gonna load up and maybe have some time to actually run some errands today and get some of my admin stuff done. I've been working so much, I'm falling behind on some of that. So let's get this thing cleaned up and we'll be on to the net. Let's see, I'm going to do a little side yard project tomorrow with this thing, so stay tuned for that. And I'm going to be having somebody come out and check out the 120. I'm not selling or anything. He's looking at buying a 130, or either a used 120 or a new 135. Someone that's been following me on the channel for a minute. So started talking to him. He's in Myrtle Beach vacationing, and he's like, can I come out and check it out? And I was like, sure, come on. So I think he's going to be out there with me tomorrow, so we'll check that out, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll check you guys tomorrow, and hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Bye, everybody.